I'm excited. Today, I know you guys did your journaling, and we might be able to mix that in a little bit, but I want to talk because it is 27. So I want to really get into month end, and I want to talk about people getting off of the merry-go-round you're on, and who's realized they're on a merry-go-round and actually took some time to pay attention to what your business looks like and how it gotta look the same, or like around this time of the month, or like Molly Music and Jonathan McReynolds said, like, is it time to move on? Because are you holding on to people that you shouldn't be holding on to? It's black. It's a lot. So let's talk. It's month end, and I want to know what's up, because I think what happens right through here is if you are losing excitement and fuel regarding your business, you're not focused on the right thing. Because when I tell you I am so excited, like I was having a conversation earlier today, and so this said person who is probably on here, oh, knowing her, she on here, because my people show up. Shout out to my personally enrolled crew. I love y'all, man. My adopted crew, I love you. I love everybody, but you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the, anyways. So she was telling me about a distributor who wanted to quit. And you know, when you only enroll one distributor during a whole month, that's depressing. When your one distributor that you enrolled this month want to quit. But when you have enrolled several people, it'd be like, okay, Felicia, you know I'm here when you're ready. I didn't do it on purpose. That was just the name that popped in my head. But you know, bye Felicia. You know, and I'm not even trying to be funny, but sometimes y'all gotta, like, you gotta get that. Like, it's not even, you can't feel some type of way about them, but your results cannot be based on whether people are going to move or shake, y'all. I'm telling y'all, the reason that I shoot for 6 and I be praying for 10, I really want 10 a month. I want 10 distributors at least every single month, because that will give me that, because I did some math, and about 1 out of 10, we rebuke that, it's 1 out of 5. Actually, it's everybody I sign. What are we talking about? But statistically, 1 out of every 5 people that I sign, 5, I'm speaking it into existence, they pop, like they pop, right? Like they go. And so I know I need to enroll more people. So the question is, are you enrolling more people? And if you're not, what do you do? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What do you do all day? How many people think all day instead of doing? Who's still scrolling? What's wrong with you? Then we left scrolling at tips from the top with Kimmy. What are you doing? So how do you desire to want more and to be more, but you're not doing it? It's like saying that I'm tired. Listen, this is real. Like, can you break the addiction? Like, I want y'all to be free. Like, be free, y'all. Be free. Straight up slaves. Anybody ever seen the Madam C.J. Walker documentary on Netflix? What the grandpa be talking about, they ain't free. They free. They can come when they want to come. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, people out here free, but acting like you slaves. You are not bound to anyone. You're not married to anyone in this business, besides maybe your spouse, but you know what I'm talking about. So we need to talk about it. This the 27th. Who's excited? Because I don't want to hear, I can help encourage somebody or shift your perspective. I'm here for it. But I think we need to focus on the cup being half full. So those of y'all who in your feelings, y'all can get out, because I don't want to address the feelings. I want you to address your own feelings as you hear people who are out of their feelings talk about where they're going. Besides me. Because it's 43 other people on here. Well, 42, because my husband's on here.
I'll talk. I this last week and a half has been legit driving me insane. Okay. And okay, so a lot of people don't know my brother passed away Thursday and last Thursday. And we talk about all the time how you have to keep going and pressing forward. Like you have to keep moving. And at first, that first day, I was just like, I kind of started feeling myself getting withdrawn back, like drawing all the way back. And I had to get out of that space and like continue to press forward, Karen. Like you can't, like even though like we know life is going to happen, like life is going to happen, period, point blank. There's no way around it. Like life is going to happen, but how we choose to handle it is what's going to set us apart from everything else. So I continue to show up. Continue to show up. Even when I don't want to. Even when I don't want to, I've still been doing my trainings. Like everything that I've committed to doing, I still keep showing up. And people keep saying, well, Karen, how are you doing? Like I have to keep moving. Like I'm as to be expected, but I can't stop from trying to hit my goal because I'm in pain at this moment. Like that pain is gonna, I keep thinking about all the good stuff. Like I keep pressing forward, but I know that if I allow myself to sit back and just be like, okay, Karen, like this is going on. Like it seems like it's always something going on. And I have so many things that's going on where I can just say, I'm done. Like I just want to stop. But if I stop, where am I going to be at the end of the month? If I stop, where am I going to be at 6 months from now? I'm going to be sitting here stuck in the same situation or probably worse off because I'm choosing not to pick up my feet and move. So I'm just sitting here like, you cannot give yourself excuses as to why you can't do something. Like you can't. There is always literally somebody out there that is doing probably way worse than you, but they still pick their feet up and they continue to move and press forward. They continue to still, even if you don't feel like it. That's all I keep hearing in the back of my head is Rachel say, even if you don't feel like it, even if you don't feel like it, even if you don't feel like it, get up and move your feet. Because you continue to press forward is going to encourage somebody else to keep moving forward. My whole brother died, y'all. Like my whole brother. I'm still showing up. So what excuse do we all have? And a lot of people don't even know I have breast cancer. Nobody knows that. Everybody don't know that. I have stuff that I'm still dealing with on a regular basis and I'm still showing up. So what excuse do we all have? What excuse do we have? Because if nothing changes, if we don't change, if you're going to continue to get in your feelings and forget the fact of why you joined this business, why you got to press forward to get stuff done, then you're going to be stuck in the same situation and you can't blame nobody but yourself. So me getting out of my feelings, like I've been working on that because I've been in my feelings for 7 days. I've been in my feelings for 7 days and longer than that. Like everybody knows I've been in my feelings longer than that. And we just going to be completely honest because I'm always in my feelings. I'm always in my feelings, but I have to keep smiling in order to keep going. So hashtag my event that I had earlier was bomb and I still kept going. So like y'all just got to continue to remember that if you don't keep moving, who's going to move for you? You're going to be stuck in the same situation. So what is your goal? Like, what is your goal? Because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Like, you have to keep pressing forward and continue to journal that thing out. I've been like probably writing a whole in Jesus talk for the last 7 days. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. But that's where my head is at right now, y'all.
So let's talk about this issue here and opening up. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about pushing through and staying focused. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't find a lot of people who can do it. So it's crazy because we just had that tips from the top with Aaron, and Aaron was pretty much saying how like no skin in the game. Like you're not committed to what it is that you say you want. And so the real question is, what do you really want? And every time that I remember when Karen signed back up and we first connected back again. And she was just like, I really want this. Like, I really want this. Like, I'm tired of going back and forth. Like, I legit want this time. And if you're saying that you really want this, your actions always speak louder than your words. And I'm not saying that you can't grieve. You know, she got a lot going on. Like, she has every reason not to show up. But sometimes your every reason not to show up is your reason to show up. Where else can you do what we do and get paid what we can get paid and have the freedom to work when you want to work? Where does that happen? Where if you don't feel good, you can lay down and send messages and still get paid. Like, where does that happen? You can lay down, like somebody can be legit in the hospital and rock host to post during the time that they feel okay. It's just, are you mentally sound? Which is why we do a lot of this mental work, because it's really about the mental. It's crazy. I had a conversation just a few minutes ago with maybe an hour or two ago with my cousin who lives in Atlanta, and she was just saying, like, you know, how's it going with the Jesus Talk launch? And we talked about Jesus Talk, and I was like, bruh, the manufacturer company, not the printing company, like played me pretty much, right? Just lied and whatever. I mean, granted, they probably couldn't control it neither or whatever. So there's a delay on Jesus Talk 2.0. And I was, you know, she was like, you know, I'm at this place in life where if you can't control it, you might as well just let it go. Like, if you can't control it, like, I cannot control them printing my journal. I just can't. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. They don't even have their phone lines up, right? So it's a lot of times when it comes to our customers, they be like, just freaking, it's like, what can you do, bro? Like, there's nothing you can do right now. So why should I allow that to consume me when I can focus on the cup being half full and I can focus on what I can control? That's serenity. Didn't we talk about that last week? Who actually printed out the serenity bread? You're supposed to focus on the things you can control. Are you spending too much time focusing on the things you can't? And are you not willing to control the things you can? True, that's something. Are you not willing to control the things you can? That's the word. How many of y'all should be meal prepping, but you're not? How many of y'all should be moving your body, but you're not? How many of y'all should be having a schedule for you and for your family, but you haven't done it, and you just winging it? And you're not winging it, you're getting winged. I'm just saying. And then making excuses for it and being like, okay, well, I start again on the 1st. And every time you say I'm starting again on the 1st, let's just be real, okay? Let's just be real today in the moment. And I want to know, what's the perspectives? When you start again on the 1st, when you keep starting again on the 1st, are you reliable? That don't mean don't keep showing up. Keep showing up, you know what I'm saying? Be reliable in your own way. But are you reliable? Are you reliable? As you say, you want people to be reliable to you. And like, it's almost like an unstable creature. I've learned, don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me, I'm being for real. So I've learned that there's a lot of unstable creatures. I am one, but I try to take my medicine and be stable. So everybody should take their medicine, whatever your medicine is. My medicine is Jesus. So every day I get up and I take my medicine because I'm an unstable creature. I really am. Without Jesus, you don't want to know. I'm unstable. My kids screaming. See, the only way I'm able to remain peace and calm is because I'm a stable creature in some moments. So are you honest with yourself that you're an unstable creature? I'm sorry. Yeah. If you didn't find that funny, I'm sorry. But no, for real. For real. I'm serious. I'm being for real right now. Like, I'm serious, even though I'm laughing. You ever, like, okay, let me give you an example. You ever, it's this TikTok that Trey and I was watching earlier, and this girl was like, I don't know if y'all saw it, it went viral. It's the girl whose sister got in the car, and she was like, I'm finna piss my sister off. She's like, I'm gonna keep saying, shut up, right? And so she was like, shut up. It's like her sister got in the car, and she was like, shut up. And then her sister like started clowning. Like she was like first it was like, okay, like don't even play with me today. Then she was like a thermometer. Unstable creatures are thermometers. She was about to knock her sister block off. And she was trying real hard to like bring it together. She was like, look, you took her glasses off and everything, like just popped out the pop off. That's the thermometer. And when you don't take your medication, you are a thermometer. Does everybody know what their medication is? That's the real question. What's your right dose of Jesus? Or your right dose of confianza? Or some people on here might actually be on medication. What's your right dose? Because you're not going to be able to function. Because like Karen said, what if her job said you can't have off? What would she do? You either going to quit, you're going to get rolled up, or you're going to go to work. So right now, the question is, are you going to work? And are you focusing on what you can, or are you focusing on a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't matter? The stuff that doesn't matter. I mean, I commend you, Kim, for being honest. That's the first part, just to be honest, like be real. I've been excited, so excited, so excited. And what happens is I find myself getting frustrated, and what'll happen is you'll drift to the things that you can't control, and you'll try to control them. And those things that you're not supposed to control will drain and exhaust you. I kid you not. Can I give you an example? If you are not looking forward to a promotion, reloading by boxes that are not new is draining. And when you do it just to do it so you can have your paycheck, a lot of times people walk in resentment. So how do you switch out of that? This is common sense, but how do you switch out of that? Yep, starts with you. You focus on the good. And so for me, like it's a $49 promotion going on. I would be talking to everybody if I was y'all. Everybody. Customer. I had 2 customers upgrade on 2 days ago, and then I had 2 customers sign on my day off. Not 2 customers, 2 new people sign on my day off. 2 customers signed the day before my off day, and then 2 regular people just sign up on my day off. That's exciting. And so now I'm racing against the clock to see who I can help get their shopping spree first. Rachel, any of your people quit? Yes, like some of them that I signed at the beginning of the month. They ignoring me and everything. So what? Like I'm telling y'all, if y'all keep holding on to that stuff, you won't enjoy this business. You won't. I'm telling you, hands down, you will not. Yep, focus on what you can control. That is good. All right, you got something. Come on, where y'all at? Make me start calling on people.
I'm right here. So I remember last year, Rachel interviewed me when I was in the hospital, blowed up like a fish. I had preeclampsia with my daughter, and I was stressed out. But I continued working my business, and that's the most customers I ever got. I don't remember what the number was, but in the entire time that I've been in the business. Why? Because in the hospital, I wasn't focused on, even though my husband had to not work, he missed 3 payrolls because we moved to Salt Lake City. We only have 1 family member, which had to work. So we had no one to stay home with my son or to take him to school. So dad had to miss 3 payrolls of work. I was in the hospital, can't stress, because they like, you got preeclampsia, it's bad, don't stress. And we were in the middle of moving. My husband like, I'm gonna just throw away everything in the house because I don't even know how to pack up. So I'm just in here like, look, I can't stress. I just need to stay focused. And the only thing I could do to get my mind off stressing was working my business. And I got the most customers ever. And then when it comes to enrolling distributors, I know I have one of my distributors, she's on fire, but she real quiet this month. And it's like, it's breaking my heart, but it's like, sometimes I don't even, not that I don't even think about her, but I have so many new distributors. I enrolled 7 new distributors this month that most of my time that I would be dealing with her, I'm dealing with them. So I'm giving my time to them, that I can't focus on who's not working or who's not here, because you're focused on other distributors. So keep enrolling a bunch of them so that you're not just stuck on one of them. They're going to be there. You help them when it's time to help them, and continue helping your new ones.
That's real good. Anybody got something? Where y'all at? Y'all dry today? Oh.
I think my problem is that I spend so much time worrying about what I can't control instead of just doing all the things. And one of my problems that I've been having is I keep getting people to hap for me, but then a couple days later they're happing for another DT, and I get so upset about it. But instead of focusing on that, I need to go get more haps up from more people and not even worry about, like, I can't control that.
You're right about it. You can't control it. Delete them and move on. Delete them. It's 7 billion people in this world.
I'll go. So, I think mine is my why. Like, I had to go back to that and thinking about, who are you, Brianna? Like, why are you actually in this business? Because I promoted to Emerald. Now I haven't reloaded Emerald again. And then I reload Ruby 2 times before, and now I haven't reloaded Ruby again. So I'm like, dang, like, what happened? Like, what is going on? Like, you was doing good. And I just felt like I just needed to revisit my why. Why am I really here? What do I really want? And so I'm in the phase. Sorry, excuse me, mommy's working. So I'm in a phase of, Brianna, like, rewriting my why so that I can go harder, because I do want to be here. This is what I want. So, okay, what are you going to do about it, Brianna? And so that's where I'm at right now. And I understand where I'm at. So I think that's important for me. So
that's good. I think the real question here, though, Brianna, thank you for sharing that, is you know what your why is. The thing is, are you willing to tap into it? A lot of times people's whys are uncomfortable to where you don't want to tap into it. Because if you ask yourself why are you doing this? All right, we're going to do it. Let's go. Everybody drop in your comments. Why are you doing it? Why are you doing it works? I'll play with you guys in a superficial way, and then drop it in the comments. Why are you doing it works? And then we're gonna decipher it. Okay, so just drop in the comments. Why do you do it works? One sentence. Not the book. Okay, we're not writing a book. Why are you doing it works? Why are you doing it works? Why are you doing it works? This is good. Remember what you say. Why are you doing it works? Remember what you said. Why are you doing it works? Why are you doing it works? All right, I'm gonna use one person as an example. All right, I'm sorry, but everybody's gonna respond in the comments, but I'm gonna pull out one person to be my example, so be prepared, all right? Yes, I'm gonna use Miss Linda, but everybody's gonna, woo, but everybody is going to play along in the comments. Miss Linda, hey girl.
Do it.
All right, so you said you want freedom for your parents. We did this already, but you said freedom for your parents, right?
Yes.
All right, everybody. Whatever you wrote, I want you to tell me why. Why that? Why did you say that's your why? So why do you want freedom for your parents?
Because they're my mom and dad.
Mm-mm.
I mean, they've done everything for me.
Mm-hmm. But why? What is it about your parents that you want to give them freedom?
Like what I want to do.
No, why?
Well, for my, like, are you asking to be more specific?
Yeah. If you ain't comfortable, just say I ain't there, Rachel. Just say it.
Okay, so for my dad, okay. I want to retire. I want to retire my dad.
Why?
Why? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, this is tough. Okay. I want to retire him.
Oh, my friend, you can do this. You can do it. This. Listen, y'all. This is why you don't want. This is exactly what I just said. I love you, Linda. Hold on. But this is exactly what I just said. You don't want to go there. You don't want to go there. You don't want to tap into the real reason why. Actually, how about somebody ask me? Because I don't want to break it down today. Somebody ask me who want to be my interviewer. One person. Linda's gonna do it. Come on.
Okay. So, why? What's your why?
So right now, my why is big now. So my why now is it sounds so superficial. So my why now is because I want to be debt free and I want to build a new home. I want to just financial freedom, like legit freedom, like for real freedom.
Why is that?
Now I'm going to do something that most of y'all probably won't do, but I'm just going to get there. You're not going to ask me 50 million times, okay? The reason why I want real freedom is because I go back to, well, first of all my life, I felt like I couldn't control my life. That's just real. My mom was married to my stepdaddy. I married to him when I was 5 years old. And I hated him from the age of 5 years old. I cried at my mom's wedding. Like legit did. And ever since then, I feel like my whole life was upside down, right? And I didn't have any type of freedom, and I didn't have my mom, right? So being in this position as a 5-year-old in a life that she did not like or did not enjoy, it continued. And I feel like ever since I was 5, I was always searching for some type of freedom. So I was searching for some type of outlet. I was searching for some type of way out. I was searching for some type of control of my life. And like when I really think about it, through all the things that I've been through, I've never been in control. I've made bad decisions because of running from things that I've dealt with my entire life. And so when I really think about ultimately having freedom and being in bondage, actually, I even taken it deeper. Like my mom, like my stepdad wasn't really good with money at all. Like I think they filed bankruptcy. I'm not really sure because Black people don't share their business. I don't know, whatever. But I think they filed bankruptcy when I was younger, and we were never in a good place financially. Never. When I was young, we got one pair of shoes when school started. You know what I'm saying? Didn't get no shoes, no more, no other times. And that was just once a year. I don't even really remember Christmas. Like I don't. The most I remember about Christmas is going to my grandparents' house because my grandparents are who hooked us up. And 9 times out of 10, the reason my mom probably took us to our grandparents' house is so we could have gifts, right? So grandma and granddaddy could give us gifts because of the financial state that they were in. And then going into the abuse, like my mom was abused by my stepfather. And so life was just not in a place where I felt free. And this business gives me the freedom. It gives me the ability to love my family, to love my boys, to create the environment that I desire, to have my kids in a safe haven. I was all over the place as a kid. I was at whoever house. Like every weekend, I was at somebody different's house. And that because my mom had to work, and then once they broke up, she really had to work. She had to pick up different jobs, and I was just out here doing whatever it is that I want to. And at that point, I know my mom was exhausted. I don't want to be an exhausted parent. I want to be a parent who's able to be there. I don't want to have a failing marriage. I want to be able to love my husband, and I want to be able to slow down and spend time and work things out when we have problems. I want to be able to afford to go to counseling. I want to be able to travel with my family. I want to be able to do things for my family without being like, pay me back, or be doing it out of resentment. I want to be able to love my family. I want to be free. Like, I legit want to be free. I want to rid myself of all the debt that I've experienced. I want to teach my kids how to go to college and be free. Like, I don't want my kids to rewrite a story that I thought I was rewriting. Ooh, have to work to rewrite a story that I thought I was rewriting, okay? Like, I want to be free. And in that freedom comes several homes. In that freedom becomes paying off things for other people. In that freedom comes the debt free. In that freedom becomes being a river and not a reservoir. In that freedom becomes somebody who writes books, somebody who does exceedingly and abundantly and trusts God in every circumstance and situation in my life. In that freedom, it's doing the hard things. In that freedom, it's saying the things that are hard. In that freedom, it's truly being free. Not halfway free, not partially free. It's actually being free. And there's so many people that I want to bless, but I understand that my debt is a top priority unless the Spirit whispers to me and says to give to somebody in a season. So I want to be free. Like, I legit want freedom, and I don't want it for a moment. I want this for the rest of my life. I want my grandchildren to experience the freedom that I'm creating right now, so that if life happens, because it is, like that's what Karen said, life will happen. It's inevitable. It will happen. I want to be able to count it all joy, but count it all joy with bankroll in the bank. Okay, I want to be rich. Like, I don't want to be rich. I am rich. Okay, so I'm just waiting for the manifestation of being rich, but I want my freedom. My whole life has felt like I did not have control, and It Works gave me a place to be in control of my life. And so on my worst day, I will get up and I will go forward, because I have never been in a situation where I'm not worried about whether you hire me or not. I'm not worried about whether you want my product or not. I'm not worried about whether you want to work or not. I can still make whatever type of money I want to make. And all my life, it's always been controlled based on what somebody else said. Somebody else always had control. But because of It Works, I have the freedom to do what I please, when I want, how I want.
I was supposed to ask something else after that.
That's
Lord.
digging. That's some digging. And it need to go deeper than that. But I've looked at my demons. Like, I have. I don't want nobody watching my kid. And it's not even about trust. But here's the thing. It's times with Breon and I where we have to communicate, because I don't even want him frustrated. And then if he sees me frustrated, I need to go get myself together, because you never want to put yourself, if you get frustrated with your kids, imagine someone else being frustrated with them and what they're going to do with them. Not at all. Like, that's not an option for me. It's not something that I'm willing to do. I'm not willing. And what's so crazy is we put ourselves in these situations where if you had to go to a job, you would get a babysitter, right? Like, you would have to. You wouldn't have a choice. But if you get off your butt, you can make a decision about what happens with your kids. For a lot of you guys, you're not in a place where you even have the option to even have control over that. You feel helpless, but baby, you're not. You're not helpless. You're not. You're never. This business has taught me that I am never helpless. I am never helpless. And I've never been in a situation where I felt like I could change the trajectory of my life. I can, but I have to focus on the good. I have to have my mind in the right place. I have to go forward. If I don't go forward, I'm going to get sucked into all these different places that will demolish me. Why? Because they don't understand what I do. It's crazy. I got some friends right now. I was supposed to read, I told y'all on my live, I was reading, I was reading Hunger Games, the last book. I was reading it. Y'all read one chapter and I was done. I'm not there right now. Maybe on my week off. I'm not there. I'm sorry. I read personal development books. That's what indulges me. That's what, it was good too. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. The book was good. I just couldn't get jiggy with it. There's a place I want to go, and reading Hunger Games is not gonna get me there. So my friends can talk about me. They sure can. Rachel always, yep, sure is. With the zeros in my bank account, sure is. And I don't say that, but I just be like, it's all right. One day I'll catch up with y'all. One day I catch up. I'm behind in that lane. But I best believe I'm not going to be behind in this one. Those spaces, and you can mute yourself. Thank you, Linda, for being so willing. This is the thing, y'all. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts to be in a situation and look yourself in the face and say, I could do something about it. Like, I don't know what Linda was, well, I do kind of know some of it, but what Linda was going to say, but you could be in a place where it's like, you know what? Like, let me give you guys an example. Breon's been home almost, it'll be 5 years in December that he's been home full time. And I remember when he first came home, Breon was like, maybe he was home for like 3 to 4 months, and we did a live, and he like had a moment because it was like, my freedom of time is priceless. And I cannot believe I put a price on my freedom like this. Being able at the beck and call, like today he went and took his granny some pies in the middle of the day. His granny some pies. If she calls and say, Bree, I need you to take me to my doctor's appointment tomorrow. His mom does it too. She said, Bree, I need you to take me to my doctor. He don't have to be like, can I take off? Like, he used to work so much that that wouldn't have been the case. I remember prior, like when I was home first, before he came home, I would go hang with his grandma like every 2-3 days a week. I would just go and sit with her. Like, I would just go over there and sit because I could. So many people live life in regret of things that they said they couldn't do, but you wouldn't do it. It's not that you can't do it. You won't do it. And you're not willing to apply yourself. Rachel, I don't get it. Nobody will say yes. Yes, they will. You have to keep asking. Stop focusing on who's not saying yes and keep asking. You have to keep asking. I bet you if you keep asking, you'll get better at asking. You'll get better. We talked about this. Your mama tell you no, you be like, all right, you gonna say no this time, but when I come back next time, you won't say yes. You go back in your room, you maybe call a few friends, like, okay, bro, like that didn't work. Like, give me something else. I gotta figure out a different way to get my mom to say yes, because she ain't trying to hear it. Who used to try to go skating? I used to be like, look, I used to be like, listen, I gotta figure out how to get my mom to say yes to be spending the night. So what we about to do? Because we got stuff to do. So listen, okay, what we doing? Mom, we coming correct, like.
Rachel, you know what? That puts me in the mind of my youngest daughter, Isabella. Like, anybody on my team that knows me, anytime I jump on a live or do a live, Izzy is right behind me talking about, hey, y'all, and hey. And every time I tell her to go sit down, she's like, no. And she'll jump in my live and she'll take over my live. And I'm like, well, y'all just saw Izzy, my coworker. She does what she wants. And I kind of took on her mentality when I ask for DTs. I'm not ask for DTs, but I tell people, y'all, you gonna do this business, I'm gonna give you some time to get your thoughts together. And I come back to them, I'm like, oh, so like I was saying though, last week, remember that question I asked you? You still, yeah, but I keep missing your events. Baby, guess what? You can talk to me in my upline. Or how about my other upline? Like, we gonna get you doing it because I see you peeking in my stories. Don't make me come for you. And they be like, where she get all this? One, I'll schedule my reading time where I have to get my reading on. And from me reading and watching Rachel replay videos, I get all the energy and the juice. And I'm like, somebody gonna tell me yes. And if they don't tell me yes, they gonna get sick of me saying yes because I have Izzy spirit in me telling me you gonna do it. Watch this. Wait a minute. And then, so when every time I get on a live and when I get people on and I talk to people, they be like, you make this look so easy, Lynette. I'm like, baby, one, I had to grow into this because I quit this business about 2 years ago. That's the first thing. Second thing, I've grown from when I first started. That's the second thing. The third thing, I got children that's looking at me seeing what I'm doing every day. And they literally legit, all 4 of my kids can do exactly what I'm doing. And they can get paid once they get 18 because they coming on, they don't know it yet. But as soon as my oldest get 18, she doing this business on the sideline too because she got bills she got to pay. So I'm going to just leave it right there.
You know what? It kind of, I was talking about this earlier, but this even goes back to how we are always so quick to quit on ourselves. Okay, so y'all know I've been like I've been off and on all like as far as like I might take a break or like I might be laid back somewhere, right? So I was talking about how my sons, because our kids pay attention to everything that we're doing, right? I'm sitting up here laid back on the couch. I'm just I don't want to do nothing, right? That don't mean you don't get to do nothing. Wait, you ain't did your chores? Like, what's going on? Like, everybody knows. I got 3 boys. The youngest knows keep his room clean. The boys know they got to clean up, their areas of the house. What makes you think if I'm chilling that means you get to chill? But then I have to think about it. They see me chilling, right? They see me laid back, right? So then it goes back to me thinking, like, our kids are looking at every single thing we're doing. So when you decide that you want to give up, what reality are you giving towards your kids? What are you showing them? What are you showing them? It's okay to give up. So then and I was talking about this on the call with Karita the other day, like, they're watching everything that we're doing. So what makes you think you can sit there and tell your kids, it's like one of those things, they be like, don't do as I do as I say type of situation. No, sweetie, they're going to do as you do. So if you're sitting up there talking about you can do everything your heart desire and go after everything, and then you turn around and you don't even believe in yourself, they're going to do as you do. So listen, y'all don't have to, I was thinking about that with my kids. Like, I had to get them all the way together. I had to get up, put some clothes on. Y'all can't be walking around just chest all out. Like, I'm in a house full of boys. Put some clothes on, be active, go do something, read a book, go do something. But we ain't chilling up in here. Like, I know we all got something going on. Ain't no chilling up in here. So I had to rewire that today. I literally paid attention to that yesterday. I was like, Rachel always talks about that. Let me start paying attention. But I just wanted to say that.
We ain't chilling up in where is it? Where are we chilling? You said, say it again.
We ain't chilling nowhere. There ain't no chilling up in her. Okay.
What?
There ain't no chilling up in her.
Oh.
Rachel, I'm not gonna play with you.
That's all of Chicago coming out of her, even though she's
all right, sorry. That was for me. I just needed it. Robin, where do you guys park your cars? Guys, you guys gotta hear this. Robin, where do you park your cars?
I'm not about to play this game with you tonight, okay?
Wait. Let me tell you guys where you park your cars. Yeah, y'all ready for this? Y'all need an intermission. Where do y'all park your cars, Robin?
Really? Really, Rachel?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you because she ain't gonna say it. They park their cars in a park.
She is so silly.
That's what they call a parking spot. They call a parking spot a park. Okay, I'm done. All right. Thank you, Karen. That was good. They do say that, though. They say they park the cars. They say, okay, never mind. We're not going to do this. Focus on business. All right. Okay.
Can I say something real quick, Rachel?
Yeah.
I wanted to go back to the why real quick. So I got my Jesus talk right here. Okay, you guys. And I got to say, this is really good. And so it's been making me really face my why, and it kind of breaks it down. Like, okay, what are your concerns? What do you want from this? And so it just really makes me really like dig deep into my why. And I just want to say thank you for that, because I'm really grateful, because I think sometimes we feel like we know we want or whatever, but we don't really know how to write it out or what that actually looks like, because we're not taught to think, we're not taught to do those things. And so when you do come in this space, you got to be, I'm really grateful for this space, but you learn all those things. And man, it feels good, once you get it and you're like, okay, I can feel it. I'm getting better. I'm almost there, and I mean, I'm just grateful, and I'm almost there. I ain't giving up, just getting my life together,
Listen, that makes me think about, our ambassador speech. It's, pressing towards the mark. And when you press towards the mark, you're not necessarily there. There's no really place of achieving until you go to heaven. You know what I'm saying? Until you see yourself in Zion. So at the end of the day, you're just pressing towards the mark. Like, that's really all you do. Every day you get up and you press towards the mark. You just are determined to be better than yesterday. That's really all. And then what you do is, like, for example, I was telling the leadership crew this morning, I went and got some new running shoes, and I did something I had never done before. I got fitted for shoes, and I mean like for real fitted for shoes, not going to the foot store and letting them measure your feet. Like I actually got an analysis on my feet, the way that I walk. Like it was really cool, and I had never got something tailor-made to me like that before, where I had something done like that, not even understanding, found out that one of my feet were a half size bigger than the other, and that the arch in my foot was not like, and one of my feet was like practically gone. And I don't even know this, which in like what realistically thinking, that affects my entire life. It affects every part of my life. I'm going to the chiropractor, and I'm sure as soon as I lose the chiropractor, because of my heel and not having the proper support in my shoes, I'm messing up everything that I just did at the chiropractor, right? And so it makes me think about, like, are you really figuring out and tailoring what things to the way that you need it to be for you? Because I started running again, and so now just running a mile, maybe 3 to 5 times a week, running a mile 3 to 5 times a week. At first, you got to figure out how to get better, how to make yourself more comfortable, how to make it more conducive. You may be running in the wrong shoes. You may be running in the wrong clothes. You may be, I don't know, the wrong socks. You may be eating the wrong thing before you run. But unless you press towards the mark and work on being better better today than you were on yesterday, instead of focusing on everything that went wrong, you focus on how you can be better. That's what you should be doing for your business. Excuse me. So right now, thinking about where, you're like, okay, it's the 27th, I only got 5 days, or however many days, 4 days. And you're like, well, I'll just start over on the 1st. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life, for me personally. I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about you. Don't ever give up that close to the finish line. You still got 4 days to increase your check. That's how you have to look at it. It's not about pressing towards a promotion per se, because promotions are always in sight, right? Somewhere in sight. But you got 4 days to get more money on your check on the 15th. Yeah, I think like every customer that comes into your account increases your check on the 15th of next month. This is truly running your own race. Why are you here? For a promotion or to get paid? I'm here to get paid. I love the promotions in the midst because it just make it fun. Promotions make it fun. But I ain't got to promote not another time. I don't. If my check go up, I can care less. Did you know you can go Black Diamond as a triple diamond? You know now. You can go Black Diamond as a triple diamond. Triple diamonds can make $100,000 a month. So why are you here? How do you beat yourself up and get so frustrated about not reaching a goal when you got 4 more days to add to your paycheck? Who can do that? Who can go to their job? And I mean, like, go to your job and be like, bruh, it's 4 days. I'm trying to increase my check. What's up? Unless it's a sales job and it's commission and, So 4 days. Is it right? 28, 29, 30, 31. Is it 31 days a month? It is. So what you about? Well, let's do this. In this last 10 minutes, I want to just do rapid fire about what you're going to control these last 4 days of the month. One thing. Just one thing you're going to control. And you can drop it in the comments, or somebody feels like it, but we don't want drawn out explanations, because that's the thing. Just too much thinking. What you doing? One thing. Me, host the post. Host the post. Host the post. Host the post, because I'm bringing in volume. Host the post. And as I'm doing host the post, I'm going to link up with newbies to show them how to do host the post. What if they ain't did the launch pad? That's fine. I just want to get you some wins, okay? And then you'll go through host the post. Yeah, we got host to post, consistency with follow-up. Yes, follow-ups. Key, y'all. Quality of sales, higher BV. That's show right. Talk to more people. Exactly. That's good. Messaging, your effort, giving a better effort. Control who you talk to, your time. Close that 400 by. Come on, Javon. Get that Ruby. Get that Ruby. All right. We got happiness and host to post and responding to potential distributors. Messaging host to post. Yes. Following up with those interested in distributing. Hey, Shantae, you had something? Following up. Yes, the power is in the follow up. Talk to more people. Post more. Yes. Show your results. Girl, yes, they get the coins. Doing more. Yes, Marquita. Yes, girl. Focusing on packs. Yes. I got to follow up. This girl told me she wanted 2 bags of coffee, wraps, and hair, skin, and nails. I said, that need to be lit. Go make sure she got the cart. Go make sure she closes it. That's inspect what you expect. If you send a cart, follow up with them. Hey, do you need help? Is something wrong? Do you need me to take something off your cart? Do you need me to add something to your cart? Would you like me to process it for you? What do you need to get your order placed today? Because I want to make sure you have this at the beginning of the month to start your journey. Y'all gotta start getting, like, if you get out your feelings, you'll get to the point where you'll do whatever it is that you need to do. Or maybe some of y'all need to get in y'all feelings, because maybe y'all not in y'all feelings enough. Maybe you don't care enough. How about that? Because when I wanted to go to the club, I'm for real though. When I wanted to go to the club, I figured out a way. I got my lie real good.
Me too.
Listen, come on, kids. Look, I was 16 years old in the club. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. You laughing. I don't even think she meant to unmute. That is funny. So why don't y'all do that now? What's going on? Like, what's going on that you don't do that now? It used to be fun to try to figure it out. Right? Wasn't willing to accept a no. Your mom be like, no, you come back. You know how kids are. Be like, no, I used to do this at bedtime. Some of y'all kids do it at bedtime. Be like, go to bed. Come back and be like, Mama, I need some water. And my throat hurts. And be like, go lay down. Okay. So the water didn't work. So go lay down. Mom, my eye hurts. I think something's in my eye. Oh, come here, let me see. Okay. And then you just get the hug going and just be like, just, next thing you know, you watch the TV. You know what I'm saying? Fall asleep. So come on, like, get better and find it. It should be a game. How can I get these people to say yes? Not, oh, don't nobody want to say yes to me. It's, ooh, how can I get you to say yes today? And if you don't want to say yes, I'm going to use what I learned from you and go to this next person and get my yes from them. My kids, man, I don't know what's up with my kids right now, but they super duper want their mommy and they get everything that they want and more. Because I just be wanting to shut up. Lord, touch me. Help me, Lord. So they can get whatever they want. What do you want? just tell me and go about your business. That's why oh yes, come on, scripture. I was just reading about this today. Talking about the man who said he did not believe in God, but because the woman kept going and asking over and 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 got on his nerves, she got all that she wanted and more. That's a word for somebody. You keep getting in your feelings instead of going back in faith every single time saying, no, they're going to give me, this is mine. You're going to give me what I did. Now, don't go like, Aisha, okay? Aisha, like, you won't be a customer.
I'm being delivered day by day. God's working on me.
Okay, listen, that's a word. Get out your feelings or get in them, whichever way that you feel like that makes you have to feel, and get excited about getting the win. Get excited about figuring out a strategy to win. I'm so over people thinking that there is a magical solution. Your magical solution is your magical solution. Because what worked with Brittany mama didn't work with Rachel mama. So Brittany had to figure out what worked with her mama. You know what I'm saying? She was down for the call. She drop us off, pick us up. You know what I'm saying? Spending the night at the show house. But we had to figure that didn't work with my mama. You know what I'm saying? We had to figure it out. You know? Mama don't watch this. But I'm just saying, like, y'all get exactly what I'm talking about. Even if it was just going over your friend's house after school, or I don't know what y'all was doing when y'all was kids. Insert your wretchedness. Bring it back. Don't bring back your wretchedness, but bring back the passion to win. Whew! The passion to win. So who got some passion to win this August? Who gonna win, man? Like, winners win. It's just what we do. You have your bad days. You show up, the room needs you, or you need the room. That's why I keep showing up. A lot of times y'all think that y'all need the room, but I need the room. Who got some? Real quick. Victoria, tell us how you gonna win.
I just knew you was finna call on my name. I just knew it. Oh my God, Lord Jesus, I knew she was finna call on my name. But look, okay. All I want to say is like what she keeps saying about pushing, because I was in the moment of like, I feel like I was stuck too. Look, and y'all know like the team 2 checks or whatever. And only thing I can say is that I am so proud of myself, because even though like, I don't know how to pronounce something, I think it's Karam. But how she was talking about her losing her brother and stuff, like, I would just think about that, because I have 3 of my family members that's really close to me, who's basically fighting their life right now in the hospital. And all I can just think about, like, I signed 4 new people today, do all of this or whatever. And like, I can say like, right now, I'm only 2 people away from boxing my guy in his account as Emerald. Like, we going for diamond next month or whatever. Like, his account going down. So look, I'm trying to go double diamond, okay? But it just hit me. So it just like, even though so much negative, look, the devil can't come by. He can. But you just sitting there just thinking about all the stuff that have came, all the good stuff or whatever. And it's just like how she say, like, you just got to have control of what you can have control. Like, I can't sit here and stress about these people. And I can't do, what can I do? I can't say their life. All I can do is sit here and pray for them. Like, that's all I can do. But I'm not finna sit here and say, I'm not finna show up, or I'm finna give up on my new people that just came in because of something that I can't have control over. So, yeah, I would have my moments when I probably break down and cry, but look, I'm going to wipe them tears and get on this Zoom and have to do what I got to do or whatever. So, it's just like, you just got to keep going. I'm telling y'all, just keep going. No matter when y'all have the moments you think like nothing ain't coming through. Because look, look, I had it. I had my 2 weeks where it was nothing coming through. And literally in one day, everything that I asked for came in one day. Everything I asked for. So all I ask y'all is just keep going. Don't look at the negative. Like, look, you can't do nothing about it. No matter what happened, you can't do nothing about it. So all you can do is just control what you can do and just keep it pushing. Like, for real. So yeah, I love y'all, but I knew she was gonna call on me. I just knew it.
For real. I'm gonna pray. I'm coming back to y'all next week. It's gonna be, what's next week? Next week is the 3rd. Yep, thank you. Next week on the 3rd. I'm so excited to hear about how you close the month out. It's lit. Jesus Christ, he the light. Oh, he the light. He lit. All right, dear Heavenly Father, God, today we just we thank you. We thank you for how you just shifted everything in this moment, helping us to see this cup as half full. God, we just thank you for this business, for the opportunity to control what we can't control. God, thank you for the opportunity to dig deeper into our why and truly putting ourselves in a position to where we're willing to look at the real reason why we want to do this business, the real reason why we don't want to experience the things that we've experienced in life, or we want the control, even though we have to relinquish it all to you, but getting control of what we can. Thank you for putting us in the position to control what we can. Thank you for putting us in the position to control what we can. And this business puts us in a position to control our finances, to control our time, to control our output, to control how many people we talk to control so many things and so many facets, God, to control how we take care of our body, how we post to our social media, how we message people, God, how we get our mind together, how we do our personal and spiritual development, God, how we connect with our team, how we connect with our enroller, God, how we get exactly what we came here for and more, God. Thank you for putting us in that position. And today, God, we are just decreeing and declaring that we will be strong and mighty and walk in your might, not ours. We will walk in your might and in your strength. God, I just pray focus. I pray focus. I pray focus. I pray focus over this crew, that we focus like never before. And we always see the things as we're optimistic. We are so optimistic about what's to come. We're optimistic about what's to come. And God, like that woman begging the judge over and over and over again, God, we are going to keep asking. We are going to keep asking, and we're going to keep asking, and we're going to do it with faith and with fun and with freedom, God. So many things on our hearts and minds as we progress forward, and we know that yes and that amen is coming. That yes and amen is coming. And so, God, as we go through these next 4 days, God, I'm just praying exponential growth. God, thank you for the increase that we're already receiving on the 15th of next month. I'm just saying that our check is going up. My check is going up, okay? So thank you for this increase in my check for next month, God, and those who touch and agree with me in this moment. So, God, we just praise you in advance for this business that you've given us. Like, thank you so much for giving us the ability to build our wealth. We just praise you in advance for the lives that we're going to change and how you're giving us the stamina to go all the way through into the next month and beyond. So we love you and we adore you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.